if you're on the road and you get it flat, you're kind of screwed with that. So I want to show you guys how you can replace or basically fix it flat with only using these things. You just need some tire levers, a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of glue, patches. It's all in here basically, except for this. All that right there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now, I'll puncture it and show you how this works basically. I'm taking this nail right here. There we go. Okay, that's definitely punctured, I think, right? What do you think?
It sounded like it.
Looks like it is. I guess we'll find out when we pull it out.
There you go, people. For those that watch my videos, I just actually hit a nail about 2 inches long, like last week, and so this is very real to me.
Feel it going right here. Come in.
Yeah, you guys can hear it coming out. So this is something you guys could actually do on the road, per se, if you have a way to pump it back up without having to take the tire off. And for those that have the R and the RX, you know that it's really hard to take the tire off. So this is a great, stopgap solution for you.
I'm gonna make the tire decompression a little bit quicker. All right, so let's remember where our flat is, where we got the hole. You wanna make sure that when you're doing this, you want to get pretty much all the air out of that tube. All of it out. You squeeze it, you'll see the bead starts to come out like that. Bead's loose. And it can spin. You'll see you want the bead to be loose all the way around. It's not set anymore. All right. So let's see where our hole's at. You can hear it. It's right there. There's the hole. All right, so go like this. Grab that, like that. You want to make sure that the bead is on the inside, like even on this side, on the opposite side of the wheel. That way it pushes it, so you have more room to be able to pull this. Just like this. And there we have our problem. The hole right there. I think you guys can probably see that. All right, I'm gonna leave a little bit of air in it because we want it to be stiff like that. I want it to be pretty firm when we're doing a little bit of sandpaper. You just take a little bit of sandpaper, you just go over that hole. You just wanna make it kind of rough. You wanna get off whatever's on there. Make it a little rough. All right, perfect. Now, you take the glue. This is one of the most important parts because a lot of people will take the glue, they'll put it on, and then directly after they put the glue on, they'll put the patch on, but that's a big mistake. What you want to do is put the glue on the hole, over the hole, like this, put it all over there. You want to let it sit. You want to let that right there, we're going to let that sit like that for about a minute. Let it dry pretty much. All right. Now you can see that glue, it doesn't look as, it's a lot more matte color now. It's pretty dry. So now this is when you take your patch. You take this part off right there. Use one of these. And you're just going to put it directly over that hole. Just like that. You can even leave that plastic piece on there, it doesn't matter once you tie the two inflates. You can push it on there, just push it on nice. All right, and then you let that sit. Let that sit like that for about another minute. Let it dry, okay? I'm gonna put it in there because I feel like it's good to go. Put that back in. There we go. Tube's already back on there. Oh yeah, you do need a pump, however. That is the one thing you do need. Let me grab that. You can fill these up with the CO2. That way, if you're on the road, you can fill these up with the CO2 and get it up to a proper tire pressure. And then I would recommend, you can't get it all the way up to the proper tire pressure with the CO2 cartridge, but you are able to get it up to enough pressure so you can at least ride your bike to a gas station and get the right pressure in there. So yeah, these CO2 cartridges, they can all fit on the bike. This is basically the stuff you need to fix it right there. So, oh yeah, the glue. All right, but just for the sake of the video, we're gonna use that thing that I have here to pump it up, show you. Patch this successfully, hopefully.
You could also use a hand pump.
You can use a hand pump. This thing is just pretty convenient. So while the tire is inflating, you want to make sure that the bead is properly aligned all the way around. You want to check it. If it's starting to pop off on one spot, it can go over and explode. Last thing we want is a blown up tube. And let's see here. So we put that hole, I should have marked it before, but
yeah.
Oh well, it's all good. We'll find it. Let's see here. Here we go. There's the hole right there. You see it right there? And there's no air coming out. And that right there is how you patch it to on a Super 73, or pretty much on any bike, but it's really helpful on these bikes because taking off the rear wheel when you're on the go is a very difficult